Hi, everybody, and welcome to Paste Studio on the Road. We are live from Pizziconi's Palace here in Brooklyn, New York, with the eponymous Drea Pizziconi. Thank you for having us in your house. This has been a ton of fun to be at your place this week with that lovely Steinway Model B being played quite a bit, and we're about to share a lot of your music with our audience right now, including two brand new unreleased tunes. What do you feel like doing first today?
I'm going to do a song called Cold. It feels so warm to lie here in your protective arms. I'm still with all the noise that's out there. You are my refuge, my windowsill. But life is not for watching. I chose the path I walk. And though I sometimes wish it, I can't drown out their talk. I think it's too cold outside, even if 80 degrees. My dear, it's so cold outside. Can I wear a different me? The gentlemen they hover, their eyes adore, but their embraces make me shudder, and their words of scorn. Rest a while and wonder if this world could ever be a place for lady lions, a place that's kind to me. But life is not for wishing. I'd plant a single tree, so maybe I could lie there when they throw stones at me. Please, I think it's too cold outside. Might I stay a while with you until it's less cold outside? And they take a different view. It's not my choice to struggle. I barely said a word, but pretty faces, how they suffer in a cold man's world. Please, I fear it's still cold outside. Just a little while with you until it's less cold outside, and they take a different view. Oh God, I hate to struggle, but silence is a chore. And pretty faces, how they suffer in a cold man's world. In a cold man's world. Thank you, both of
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Drea. Man, it's been so much fun being at your place this week. It looks lovely. It sounds wonderful, and thank you for sharing your music with us now. And I've gotten to know even more. I was previously aware of Girls First Finance, of course, as you well know, and I've gotten to be more familiar with it throughout the course of this week, just hearing you describe it. Can you share that with our audience right now about your outside of the context of music? I mean, your music and Girls First Finance definitely do intersect with each other, but can you tell us a little bit more about what that program is, who it helps, and everything you want to tell us about it?
Sure, and it ties into the last song, Cold, because I wrote Cold after a circumstance that happened in Ghana where a project that I was working on, I became the story, and it showed me just how dangerous it is for young girls and how vulnerable they are, how easily exploited young girls are, especially when they, strive to just aspire for their educational dreams. And so Girls First Finance, which we talked about right before the pandemic when we were back in Paste Studio in March 2020, which is strange, and now you're in my living room.
Yeah.
But it's a platform that provides loans and phones and empowerment support and safeguarding support, therapy, counseling, mentorship to young girls, starting in Kenya, but ultimately worldwide, while they're striving to go to school so that they can be safe, so that they don't need to compromise their dignity, and so that they can know that we are all pulling for them to manifest their best.
So what do girls do if people come across this video or any indications of Girls First Finance out in the wild? Like, what do they do? How do they get the benefits of what you're doing? Where
So
do
it's
they
an
go?
app. Yeah, we're launching it. In fact, I almost didn't do when we first talked about you guys being here this week. This is the only week I'm here because I'm off to Kenya next week where we are launching the app.
Yeah.
So it was, inspired by all of the wonderful artists that have been here through the week. I was like, I gotta get myself in my living room and give a shout out to GFF. So we are just launching the app, in a week and a half, and you can download it. So you can support, you can get support. We have been blessed with some incredible charitable support and foundations that support and governments that are supporting us. And then from that app, you can see the various ways that you can mentor, that you can join a girl's crew and help her on her education journey by being one of the 4 people that looks out for her. You can become a life coach. We can get you training for that. There are all kinds of ways that you can support.
That's great. I mean, that's an interesting solution to, I guess I assumed that, I know that problems like that exist everywhere. Anytime there is a power imbalance or a transaction, anyone needs anything, there is a risk of transactions turning sleazy and terrible and exploitative and all that. But I was not aware of this particular circumstance until you brought it up. And I think it's a very, very elegant way to address it and to help sort it out.
Thanks. I mean, the concept of sugar babies, sugar daddies, and a lot of us, it's everywhere. This is a global issue. There's an app that young women are joining in America called, I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want anybody to join it, but I'm not going to give them props. But that app has, tens of thousands of young women in America that are, striving to become escorts to pay for school. Yeah. And that's society's fault. That's our collective fault. We need to provide better alternatives. And so, this is one way to do that.
Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing information about it. Thank you for building this system, and best of luck on the launch. We'll keep on doing everything that we can to amplify your voice in that endeavor. And this is great, man. Thank you, Drea, so much for having us here. Where there's still 2 more of your songs to be shared. Your interpretation, actually, of a song coming up second, I think. What do you want to do next today?
So I'm going to do Images, and Images was first performed and I assume written by Nina Simone at a live show. She riffed on a poem from the 1920s that, and it became this legendary one-time performance. It landed on one of her albums, obviously, because that's where I first heard it when I was in high school. and it's rarely covered. Sweet Honey in the Rock do a beautiful arrangement to it. I did an arrangement to it in college with my singing group, but it's rarely ever covered, but it's such a powerful tune. In fact, the song that I released a few years ago, Let Us Dance, was initially inspired by the song Images. So just in the theme of, because I'm so excited to see the girls in Kenya next week, and this whole set today is really inspired by and for them, so I thought that this song would be appropriate. She does not know her beauty. She thinks her round body has no glory. If she could dance naked under palm trees and see her image in the river, she would know. Yes, she would know. But there are no palm trees in the street, no palm trees in the street, and dishwater gives back no images. She does not know her beauty. She thinks her round body has no glory. If she could dance naked under palm trees and see the image in the river, she would know. Yes, she would know. But there are no palm trees in the street, no palm trees in the street, and dishwater gives back no images. She does not know her beauty. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Drea. Can we talk even more about that song and that artist? And can you tell us more about just the way that whether it's Nina Simone's or whether Sweet Honey in the Rock, the specific way that song really grabs you and makes you feel compelled to perform it in your sets?
You know, Nina Simone is a multi-layered inspiration for artists because she's a survivor. She survived abuse. She survived enormous discrimination. She was a concert pianist. She went to Juilliard. She had to fight to get her parents to be able to sit in the front row of her own recitals when she would play classically, and I think that turned her off from classical eventually. She also was a survivor of biological mental health issues that were a curse that made her probably a more brilliant artist, but also made the road of life more challenging. And so I think that I love that song because, one, it was her nod to seeing girls and women, and so much of there's this great book called Invisible Women that everybody should read, but so much of the problem is that women are invisible and girls are invisible, and that song is it's a spotlight, it's a starlight that just shines on girls and reminds them of how beautiful they are, and so that's why I love to sing it.
Good. I like that very much. I like everything about the set that's happening right now, and we are going to hear one more song. This is your original. It's another unreleased tune. Can you tell us about what's coming up last today?
I will. And first of all, before I do that, I need to give you two a shout out because you've been extraordinary. You got nobody's Brad and Juan. Yay for you guys. I've gotten to see your magic all week, and there really is such an artistry to what you do, and so. I've learned a ton. And Lucas, who turns out is my neighbor, Lucas Hahn, rising star to watch. So it was so wonderful for him. Thank you, Drea Kemp, who is another incredible artist, producer, artistic director, manager extraordinaire, everything. So our last song is called Border Child. I originally wrote it for what was happening in the border crisis in America, but the lyrics, the melody is actually from an African-American spiritual called Sweet Little Jesus Boy. And then we, arranged it accordingly with different lyrics. But it's the same theme about how challenging it can be for women and for girls to just manifest their divineness. And so this is a song about that, and sort of apology is the wrong word, but an atonement, a beginning of atonement of what we as a world need to do to protect and honor girls in particular more. All right.
Brown-eyed girl, they made you walk alone, bowing low. Sweet little innocent child, they didn't see how divine you were. 12 years ago, you were born in a humble town. Sweet little bright-eyed girl, the world treat you wrong, child, thought you wrong too. We have so much to learn, my dear. We couldn't see the gifts you just seem like we can't do right. Look how we treated you. Just please forgive us, Lord. Sweet little brown-eyed girl, born so bright and pure. Sweet little innocent child, we didn't know how divine you are. You are. You are. You're so divine, so divine.
thank you so much for everything. Thanks for the music. Thanks for letting us take over your home for the entire week. This has all been great, Drea. And let's keep doing this. We'll do this again in a couple months
Absolutely.
when it makes sense for us to take over your
That's
entire,
absolutely mi casa
entire
es su
life
casa.
again. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Well, thank you very much, and best of travel safely to Kenya, and best of luck on the launch of the app that happens on what's the day that happens?
27th,
All
June.
right, June 27th. Excellent. Well, best of luck, and we'll see you. We'll do another one of these soon.
Thank you.
All right. And we are wrapped.
Woohoo! I did forget the lyrics a couple times. Did you notice?
It actually
Really? Well.